Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Got a little TNT, tequila, and Topo Chico. You might ask yourself, why am I here? You're here for those hot takes on those spoiled cards today from Strixhaven. I have a fair amount of excitement for them. Whatever one short of excitement is where I'm at with that. I guess they piqued my interest. I'm interested in them. I'm not excited, I'm interested. That's when someone walks in the room like, oh, I'm interested in that. You're excited, you stand up, you straighten your hair, you do a little thing where you smell your breath, make sure you ain't funky. That's excitement. I'm interested. I see them walking in. I'm looking at their gym shoes, I'm looking at their heels, and see what kind of situation they got going on. That being said, I do enjoy that the fact they are a slightly different take on the color pairings. But since I'm only interested, I will say that not a single one of them is making me want to open my wallet and pre-order. If I catch one at Target, maybe I'll buy. Maybe I'll buy just the Commander single and build it from there. But who's to say? It's early in the spoiler season, but spoiler season is year-round now because we're such a thirsty community that will buy any product they put out. That's life. Well, guys, here come the hot takes. Enjoy. Cheers.
There we go. We got Adrix, and Nev, twin casters, 2 colorless green-blue. Legendary creature Merfolk Wizard has Ward 2. Whenever this creature becomes a target of spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless they pay 2. If one or more tokens be created, create twice that many. This must have been the rookie's first try at making a magic card, because this is, I don't know, just lazy. They just threw a bunch of Simic keywords and abilities in a hat and pulled it out. I mean, yes, Ward 2 is nice because it has built-in protection from spells and creature-based removal. But then again, we've seen this ability in the Blue Siege card, Kazmina Planeswalker, Gita the Glass Spinner, and it's just like, okay, that's cool. And then we got the create double tokens. It's just like the laziest Simic thing I've seen. I can't see a reason why you'd buy this unless there's another supplementary commander in the deck. But this is just, I don't know. To me, again, like I always say, make whatever commander you want, but it doesn't. Each ability doesn't merit its own thing. It just seems like 2 spare parts that were Mr. Potato Headed together to make one card. Again, that's me and a hot take. If you want to make it, but there are better things to do in Simic than that, in my opinion. Here's Brina the Demagogue, 1 colorless, white-black, legendary creature Bird Warlock, which is a pretty sweet creature type. It has flying. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another opponent of yours, that attacking player draws a card, and you put 2 1/1 counters on a creature you control. I don't know, man, this thing's weird. It's just like, yeah, you're incentivizing your opponents to attack your other opponents, but then you're also feeding said opponents with cards. And I just don't know if the 2 1/1 counters on a single creature you control merit the card draw. I mean, you never, unless you're playing some kind of weird group hug deck where you're just wanting everyone to swing. I mean, I get it. I like playing Monarch, and that is just letting people swing at other people just to get the card draw while you try to set up your board state. And I guess since you are playing Orzhov, you can do some weird sneaky stuff with it, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of pillow fort weird thing you're going to do with this deck. I don't know. This seems funky to me. I don't know. What do I know? I like to play big dumb cards, but this just seems like trying to pigeonhole somebody somewhere. Alright, here we go. An actual card I enjoy. Willow Dusk Essenseer, 1 colorless, black-green for a legendary creature Dryad Druid, them double Ds. It has the ability 1 and tap, choose another target creature, put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the amount of life you gained or the amount of life you lost this turn. Whichever is greater, activate as a sorcery. We can go back to the good old days of mono green gaining you life, so you could play a weird life gain deck with this. I mean, you could play some kind of weird aristocrat, slowly drain your opponents and feed yourself to whichever is greater, then put them counters on something. Or you can just play mono black life loss and dump a bunch of counters on things. You know, you got Kothafed, you got Dark Confidant, you have the poor man's Dark Confidant, I can't think of the name of it right now. You've got all sorts of things that can make you sacrifice creatures, draw cards, and lose life, or draw cards and gain life. And there's a lot of things you could do with this. It's slightly different than your traditional Golgari commander. I like this one. It's kind of interesting. You got Osgir, the Reconstructor, 2 colors, red white for a legendary creature, Giant Artificer. I mean, I don't know how he's a giant artificer, and you get those big old mitts working complex pieces of machinery, little clockwork things. I don't know, maybe they make small tweezers for him, but whatever. He's got Vigilance. Tap 1, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature gets 2/0 until end of turn. The spicy part is tap X, tap him, exile an artifact with mana value X from your graveyard, create 2 tokens of it. And the best part is you don't gotta exile them at the end of the turn. So imagine you cast a Solemn Simulacrum, you cast Old Sad Robot, and then you sack them. Get the land, get the card. Next turn, X. There you go. Tap Osgir. 2 more Solemns enter the battlefield. Sack them again. That's, you know, whatever. 3 lands, 3 draws. Or, you know, if you want to be typical red-white, you know, you mill yourself, you do something to get a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Now you got 2 swords. You pick 2 swords, you got pick two pieces of equipment. Now you got 2 of them. That's wild. You want 2 soul rings? Who doesn't want 2 soul rings? Bam, 2 soul rings. I like it because you can do traditional red-white stuff by pumping up creatures, or you can do some funny reanimation red-whites Boros graveyard deck, which is wild to me. I mean, just imagine all the artifacts you'd want to have 2 of. There you go. That's this guy. That's cool as hell. I don't know, maybe you can do some weird vehicle stuff with this guy. I don't know. You know, that's why he's one of the cooler ones that I really like this guy. This guy's all right. Again, I don't know how he's fixing machines. I wouldn't want him looking at my Soul Ring or my Thran Dynamo. You know, he probably picks up a Thran Dynamo, looks like a Tylenol to him. Here we go, the one that has piqued my interest the most. We got Zafia, Thunder Conductor, 2 colorless, red-blue, legendary creature, Human Shaman, Magecraft, spicy new keyword. Whenever you cast or copy a instant or sorcery, scry 1. If the spell's mana value was 5 or greater, create a 4/4 blue-red elemental creature token. If the spell was 10 or greater, it deals 10 damage to a random opponent. Now this is exactly what you would imagine an Izzet or red-blue legendary creature to do. They're out there just doing the wildest stuff. They got power, they got ambition, they got intellect. They're doing all the stuff science shouldn't let them do, but they're out there doing it. I mean, you throw just a 10 CMC X spell out there, you're going to get that value, and then you're going to do 10 damage to someone's dome. Or you play like a small, cagey, mid-rangey type deck with a bunch of like 5 CMC cards, and you're just flooding the board with 4/4s. I mean, even just the tap 1 for, I don't know, let's just say preordained, opt, you get the double scry and draw a card. That's value. This is the kind of deck that makes me want to play these colors. I don't necessarily play these colors, so that's not my style. I got one red-blue deck that's I'm on the fence with because it's not doing what it's supposed to do, but this seems like it's going to give you more value than a lot of the other spell slinger type commanders that are out there. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not my cup of tea, but this is the one I'm most looking forward to play. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.